I think we have sound. It looks like we have sound. Do we have sound, folks?
Yep.
Wallace Lake. I don't know why you don't have any sound. It's working now. There we go. Well, folks, we went through a rather large Windows update last night, and it bit me. So, I think I have all the virtual cables plugged back in, the male and female parts connected, and we are good to go.
Be careful.
Be careful?
Are they of age?
Are they of age? I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know.
We don't need any offspring here.
Well, we don't have any millennials in here, so I think we're okay.
We have one. What's a millennial? Is it Sebastian?
Yeah.
We're old timers. Isn't he a millennial?
So, well, anyway, good evening, folks. Apologize for the snafu. Seems like I've been having a few of those here over the past couple weeks. So, but we're here, and it's apparently now working. And I'll go back to, I don't even know who else here, but...
See? Southern Arc said, I thought this was supposed to be family friendly.
Well, this is family friendly. Absolutely. Darling.
Touché. I'm sorry, I need to go buy you a pair of Elton John glasses.
So, let's...
Thank you, it's just me, Sarah. He's doing 200% better. 200%.
200?
I'd say 200.
200, okay. Well, let's talk here just for a moment about Filmora. You guys should have gotten a notice when you open up Filmora the last time that they now have, well, they'll do this frequently. They'll put in here, they have different things available to buy. Feature sets, here's one that's Galaxy Adventure Set, buy now. Try our new Urban Style set, buy now. But they have one in here that is called a Doodle Pack. And if you notice, the keyword here is free. So to get this, and if they're going to give it away, I'm going to take it. They just want you to share it to download. So when you click on that, it takes you to their website store. Share to download, and then you have to log into Facebook.
June, I only want free stuff now.
So we'll log in, unless I messed up my password or something. Okay, and as you see, I logged in as me. And they have this in here, and they have it pre-populated for you that they just want you to post it. So I'll say post it. Here's all the free stuff. You can see on the free stuff, I always get what I can. The Doodle Pack is now downloading automatically and installing. So we'll let that continue, and we'll take a look at it and see what it has. So anyway, I wanted to point that out, that Filmora does give you free stuff from time to time, just for sharing it. It's no big deal. And it's free. So you can build up your editing program as you go at no charges. So while that's doing that, is there anybody that has any questions this week? I didn't get any emails. Well, I got emails. I got well wishes, and I appreciate each and every one of those. I was not in the mood to go live last week.
Not in the mood had nothing to do with it.
Not in the mood.
You weren't in any position to go live in the hospital bed.
Yeah. Sherry didn't bring my laptop in, so I was.
Well, you could have done it from your cell phone.
Could have done it for myself. I guess I could have.
Yeah. Wouldn't be able to Skype with anybody, but you could have had your own chit chat.
I could have talked to myself.
You can do that.
So anyway, I guess for any of you that might not be aware, I was refined to a small white room last week.
No padding.
They gave me some new electrical connections. I now have a 13.5-year battery. I don't know why they just can't make it, a lifetime with a solar panel on top of the head or something, but anyway, this is obviously still downloading, as you can see. Well, that's doing that, since that's got to be boring for you to look at. Here, you can look at me. I can be the boring person. So anybody have any questions? So how am I doing now, Daryl? I'm doing pretty good. I guess I'm rather surprised at the change. I'm pretty tender. There's a lot of things I can't do yet. A lot of things I won't be able to do ever again, but overall, I feel pretty good. I didn't think that I felt that bad before. I was tired. I was worn out. I would go to edit a video and almost fall asleep here at the computer. I guess I'd nod a couple times, and then my alarm clock sitting over here to my right would wake me up. Daryl. Which was probably a good thing, because otherwise I might have fallen onto the keyboard and messed up the editing. But I don't know how long I was in that condition that I was in, or if it was just continually getting worse and worse and worse. I just don't know. It was something I didn't check. So if I have a word to the wise to anybody out there, kind of maybe keep track of your pulse. So you have your pulse on the topic. I had a heart attack some 13 years ago, and an aneurysm some 11 years ago, or something like that. And since those occasions, I've been on blood pressure medication and blood thinners and stuff like that. The
Deep South Texas is asking, what is your heart rate now?
I don't have a monitor on.
We'll find out tomorrow morning. He has 2 doctor appointments.
Yeah, I have 2 different doctor's appointments, so I'll probably be weighed twice.
He'll be getting, I already found he has to have a blood pressure cuff. I found one at Walmart that I'm going to order. And he also has to have something to do his heart rate, which I think is going to be a version of a Fitbit that does the heart rate.
Now, coming out later this year, although it's a bit pricey, they're making Omron? Mm-hmm. They're making a watch that is a combination deal where it checks your heart rate and does your blood pressure, built right into the watch. They have to get FDA approval for this thing. It uses some space age technology for the inflatable part of the band, but it's just wear it and forget it type thing. And it can be set up to just periodically check as you tell it to check you all day, all night, check your sleep. Pretty slick. A little pricey, $350 I think is their target price, but that's supposed to be coming out later this year. So maybe we can find one on eBay used, next year for $100 or something. I don't know. Uh-oh. June's correcting you on something.
I'm sure she's talking about Fitbit. Oh, okay. Okay. June, just like they have in the hospital then. Well, hello, Brenda. How are you from Australia? Pulse oximeter. Copy and paste that into a search engine and see what comes up. Thank you for the hint. Okay, floor's all yours.
Place right on the finger. Yeah, that's those little test things, but that's not something that you couldn't wear that on the end of your finger all day.
Yeah, you have to have a machine to be able to read it for you.
Green Gables, hello. Kingsthorpe, Australia. Wow.
She's the one that won the book.
Yes, I remember.
Okay, thank you. Walmart has them for $20, $30. Awesome. No, he does not have COPD.
Mm-mm.
He has OT, old timers.
Is that related to Alzheimer's?
I think this comes before that.
Okay. Just checking. June, that just sounds like those things that they check you with at the doctor's
That's what
office.
she's talking about.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly what she's talking about.
But then you'd have to carry that in your pocket. And I know you've never been in my pockets, June, but you wouldn't want to throw a meter in my pockets with all the other junk that I carry in my pockets.
Right here they are. Walmart has them.
What's that?
The
Those little pinchy thingies?
Sure. Thought about those.
I'll be darned.
Yeah, that's an idea. Go and check into that.
Wear it around your neck. Oh, you mean so I can make a fashion statement? A necklace. Huh? What do you think? Fashion statement.
Oh, there you go. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Exactly, spicy.
What'd he do? Watch yourself there, young man.
BC.
Brad, how are you doing this evening?
I like that, Brad.
Okay, well let me swipe the screens back again since that has finished. So
Wildflower Valley Farm. They are our guests on June 4th.
Oh, okay. As you see, once you share that, post it to Facebook, like it says, it automatically installs for you. And so there it is. And we'll just now close that out. And let's What was that, an overlay? Element. Doodle 35. So these are the new elements that you just got for free. That could be useful in some things. Put a mustache on somebody. Okay, pretty neat set for no charge at all. Thought bubbles. Light bulbs. Okay, pretty neat. So anyway, take advantage of the stuff they're going to give away. Just share it on Facebook. I'm sure that everyone in this room is probably more adept at Facebook than what I am. And it just gives you some extra creative elements you can use in your editing. It didn't cost you anything. So, go back. What would we like to talk about this evening? I put on the thumbnail of the video, do we continue this? I don't know. I have a tendency to run out of topics. I don't want to sound like a broken record here and just continually start from square one, although I know that we do have some new people all the time. There's a few new ones that come in. There's other folks that would probably get tired of hearing me, talk about it. So I just don't know. I don't know where you folks want to go with this. We started this.
So, how to change the sound in sections of a video.
All right. Well, let me first bring this back over. And let me
keep going. We love coming and watching y'all. June says I try and it changes the sound on the whole video. Is Filmora easy to learn and have great tutorials?
Yes.
I'd say yes. I don't
Yes.
do it, but you can ask Nina, Southern Arc, Grandma Rose.
Bandana, if she's in here.
No, I don't think Bandana's there.
All of them have I'm going to say taken their editing skills to the next level.
Sure have.
They've gotten past the pure basics and are actually starting to get some in-depth modification or customization, if you would. We have here let me pull this one down. Okay. And let me make sure that I have the sound turned on. Okay, so I have here a video, but I'm gonna chop it way down because just to show how to do this, we don't need that much. So I've now taken this, what amounts to now a 2-minute video clip. See what it sounds like. Wait a minute, I gotta put my ear on.
Well, let's try this again. A lot of places that, if you get this recipe, they tell you put your potato on like 2 wooden spoons, the handles, or a pair of chopsticks, so you don't cut all the way through.
And there's my beef.
I really think that's a stupid idea, because it's not going to, make any difference.
Okay, I think you get the idea there. This is a raw, unedited video at this point. This is a video clip. So all the sound is as it was. But let's suppose that, let's go 16 seconds into the video. For the first 16 seconds, let's say I don't want any sound. So a couple different ways to accomplish this, but I'm going to show you what I feel is probably the easiest first. You move your timeline marker to where, or watch in your video preview window to where you want a change to occur. Simply split it. Use the scissors, put in a split. At this point, you have 2 separate video / audio clips. There is a definite line right here. Definite line. As long as you don't insert something there or move things, that line is totally invisible upon playback. You would never know it's there.
Chopsticks, so you don't cut all the way through. I really think that's a stupid idea.
But because you have 2 set audio, I'm in the editing mode. I'm under the editing thing here, and I can change the volume here. I can bring it down to nothing, or I can increase the value. I can do a fade in, a fade out. I can change the pitch.
Jean says, yep, did the split to isolate the section I wanted audio change. Didn't work. Picture turned blurry.
It may not be doing that for them. I'm showing everything fine here.
Okay. Justin Dean. Hey everybody. Daryl, how are you doing?
We're trying to get back to being ornery.
Trying to? Oh, out of focus now.
Well, it's interesting because
Is it buffering on anybody's end?
I'm showing an absolutely fine transfer rate. And I have all green lights here.
Daniel said that was too much information. Okay, June. Brenda said it's good on her end.
I'm back. All's well. Must have been on my end.
June's getting buffering.
Appears that everybody is back. I'm not sure where the glitch is. it was interesting.
Yep. Wildflower has buffering. Yeah, could be YouTube.
Yeah, it's definite possibility it's YouTube.
Yeah.
Because on the transmitting end here, I'm solid green. It's doing just wonderful for the transmitting portion. Let me check one more thing here.
Try refreshing. I just refreshed and it's not buffering.
Doing a throughput test here. I think we're good. All right, I'm going to go into the assumption here that all is fine and we can continue with this. All right, June, I have taken the clip and I've broken it up into two pieces. And just to make it a little bit maybe easier to see, I'm going to actually split those two. I'll just take one of these color boards. I'll use the blue one. But I'm going to drag it in here to show the definite split between the clips. So on the first part of the clip, I can do a right click on it and I can mute that clip. Just shut all the sound off. I can detach the audio from that clip. So let's do an audio detach. We'll click that. It just took the audio away from the video. It put it on the first audio timeline down here. And at this point, this piece of audio is 100%, it's in a different track than the rest of the video that you have up here on top. Now, from a playback standpoint, at this point, because we've not made any changes here, we've just detached it.
Well, let's try this again. A lot of places that, if you get this recipe, they tell you put your potato on like 2 wooden spoons, the handles, or a pair of chopsticks, so you don't cut all the way through.
And then, of course, I put in the blue screen just to show that. But this picks right back up. If I take out that blue screen, you would not be able to detect that there's even a split in this clip.
So you just have to watch.
So, June, if you do it like this perhaps makes it a little bit easier because it gives you definite separate video.
Well, she said detach audio. Interesting.
Okay. Now, you don't have to.
She's with you.
You don't have to. You can do that back up at the top. I can't put it back. I would have to close this all out and bring the file back in. But to edit this audio, you just double click on it. You can change the speed. You can change the duration by frames. It's currently set at 16 seconds, 0 frames. So I can make it a little shorter, a little longer. I can make it fit to the video above. Excuse me. You can fade it in, you can fade it out, you can change the pitch. I'm going to go back. We'll play this.
Is that if you get this recipe, they tell you put your potato on
like 2 wooden spoons, the handles, or a pair of chopsticks, so you don't cut all the way through.
Do you have your headphones plugged in?
To that, yours.
Yeah.
Like last night?
Yeah.
Yep.
I just changed your audio. I think I found us a new voice for found us a new voice for the promos for the Monday night. Ready?
Probably not.
A lot of places that, if you get this recipe, they tell you put your potato on like 2 wooden spoons.
You folks can't see this, but I got one of these rolling eye looks.
So you don't cut all the way through.
I really think that's a stupid idea. Because it's not going to,
Anyway, you can modify it like that. You can do an equalization thing on it. We'll put it back to where it was. You could, if there's background noise, there are some automated removal tools. A lot of things you can do with the audio, and that affects it individually. Now, if you keep all your audio on the same track, you can adjust the entire track as far as volume with this audio mixer. So, as you see, the first one that's come up here, this is the track for the video line. This is going to affect the volume. It can also affect the stereo because you can pan it left or right. You can set it to a surround sound. For YouTube videos, you just don't want to do that. Leave it stereo or monaural, and it's fine. But they have individual slider volumes for all the different tracks, plus a master volume. And as you play this back, oops, let me bring that back up.
well, let's try this again. A lot of places that, if you get this recipe, they tell you
So I can.
put your potato on like 2 wooden spoons, the
What I've done
handles,
is I've
or a
increased
pair of chopsticks,
just this
so you don't cut all the way
because it's on
through.
a separate track.
I really think that's a stupid idea, because it's not going to, make any difference.
So it
you
sounds like
just have
Silence
to
of the
watch.
Lambs. So June says, so after you show us that, how do we use the other thingy? That's it.
The other thing. Okay, when you say other thingy, is the audio mixer the other thingy you were talking about? Is this the other thingy, the audio mixer?
The master
Okay.
audio thingy, yes.
All right.
I like her. I talk like that.
All right. Consider this to be to control the volume on that particular track in the timeline for the entire track. Everything that goes across this track is controlled with this video button right here. For this, where we detach the sound and put it on this track, anything that would be on this track, that would be on this audio track right here. Now what that's going to do is that's going to take the entire track and increase the volume or decrease the volume. Other things you can do is you can pan it left or pan it right. I do not recommend that you do that. There's other subtle things you can do here, but just consider this to be taking everything on the line and either increasing or decreasing the volume all at the same time. In other words, We'll go into here. And I'll drop in the music. And that's music on track 1. So when this is played now.
Let's try this again. A lot of places that, if you get this recipe, they tell you put your potato on like 2 wooden spoons, the handles, or a pair of chopsticks, so you don't cut all the way through. I really think that's a stupid idea. It's not going to.
Okay, now the reason the vocal went down was because we're on a different track. We're over here. I want that track to increase.
You just have to watch. Do it by feel. I don't know if my sugar is low or what, but I have the shakes. That's 2.
But what that does, that controls the entire line. It may be a little difficult to see, but like in this music track that's down here, you can see the little music indentations. They're kind of small, but they're a little bit dark, off-shaded. If we take that music track and bring it way up, it has increased the height of those. But it doesn't all the way across the board. So for individual clips, you control the sound individually, either going into it here, going into audio, controlling the volume, or it's on its own line. You don't get a choice for video, so you're already in the audio. You can control the volume. There's additional controls when the audio is by itself. You can control the speed and so forth. If it's just music, well, that's the same thing as the broken out audio as far as controls.
Grandma Rose, when you audio, does that mean you could play it with another video?
Absolutely.
Yes, I see those.
Absolutely, you can play it with another video. You can play it with anything you wanted to have up there. Let's again just maybe do a real quick example. This is a different video.
June could add, say, birds singing outside and change the volume of each track with the master thingy.
Yes. And let me qualify that. You first want to look at your audio as a line by line basis. The video line, the picture-in-picture line, the audio line, the music lines. I mean, we can put in here. We'll do it this way. A lot of times it's easier just to show. Okay, we'll cut that, get rid of it, go back to music. We'll bring this one in. Obviously, I'm just pulling stuff out of the air. I'm going to disable that track. This track is we're just going to talk about the music here. So I have 2 different pieces of music on here. And if I play it, it sounds currently the way that it's set up. It sounds like this. And I think that everybody will agree if you still have eardrums, I apologize. That's just way too freaking loud. And here's why. This is turned way up. So let me get this cut down here. We're going to drop it down to a negative 10 dB. Okay. And go back and play through these same two areas. Okay, let's say with this second song, I'm happy with the overall quality of the sound, but I think that the second piece of music here is too loud. So I can click in that, and I can just turn the volume down just on the second piece of music. And I'm going to overdo, just to exaggerate here, to show the difference, but I'm going to cut the volume down to 50. And let's play it here now. Okay. And what I can do here is while it's playing, I can adjust it. I'm going to cut it down a lot further. I'm going to say that I want it to be like real soft background music. I'm going to bring it down to about like that. So let's hear what that sounds like at this point. Okay, so it had this nice sharp drop off from the first song to the second. I want to blend that together better. I'm going to go back into the first song.
It's Filmora, $60 for lifetime.
And I'm going to do the fade out. I'm going to do it for almost a second, not quite. 0.92. Here we can even make it just a little bit shorter, 0.88. So now when I play this, the volume should decrease right into the second song. So let's see what it sounds like. So instead of that sharp drop off, it's a transition. It's cut the volume down gradually. And to, again, exaggerate, to point that out further, instead of doing, this is how I would do it if I were doing it on a video, more than likely. So I'm going to take this fade out, and I'm going to stretch it out. We're going to give it 3.5 seconds of fade out. So that gives you that nice little gradual into the next piece of music. Or you could continue with the same music that you had here. You just wanted to turn it down because now you want to do a voiceover or something. The options are endless. But I hope, June, that I've shown you how you edit individuals. And when it comes down that you like each track the way it is, that's when it's time to utilize this tool where you can adjust track to track, plus the overall volume. Hope that answers your question. Yes, you can do that to the voice section as well. Absolutely. Well, anybody else got any questions? Or did I get everything answered to your satisfaction, Jid? Ask you that. And I know that it looks like I'm not looking at you, but my chat's over here. And I have one screen here and here and here. So damn it, Grits, I'm doing fine if that question is directed to me. Kind of glancing out the corner of my eye here. So we're back. See if anybody else is here. Do I remember the beginning video if we need to start over learning Filmora? You mean like going back to where we started? Is that what you mean? If so, if that is what you mean, we have a playlist of Filmora videos. They may not all be there, but the majority of them are. So if you just go to that playlist, that gives you a nice condensed place where they're all at. It brings the playlist format, brings them up in a nice little window where they're all listed off to the side. Daniel, did you get any rain over your way last night?
He said yes, he did.
Boy,
Yes,
we got nailed here. We had more water than I've ever seen out in our backyard. City Homestead, so that doesn't open up in a different window for you, huh? Okay. We got some rain today. I don't know how much. I don't think we got 5 inches.
Today? No. More than that last night.
Yeah, last night was our heavy thing. They had roads closed all around us, trees down. It's pretty nuts.
Okay, yeah. On a cell phone, yeah.
Okay.
Wait till this is done. I understand. I hate doing YouTube on my cell phone.
YouTube keeps cutting my comments off. I'm sorry, June.
Hey, Lou.
Lou. Hi, folks. Hey, folks. Are we folks?
I think we're all folks.
We're all folks?
Yeah.
Old
It's better-
folks?
It's better than
Young
being you
folks?
guys.
You guys? You gals?
No. I don't answer to the waitress or waiter when they say that. I'm not a guy. Never has been. Don't want to be.
Well, I have to. Okay, but if it was you and some of the other girls, they could go, you gals.
So I'm not a guy.
But you would answer to you gal.
Probably not. They're going to come to the table and address us. How you folks doing? Can I help you folks? And it's like, what do we want for dinner tonight? I don't know. What do you want? You're not sitting
Well,
at my
a lot of
table.
times I ask them for a recommendation. You know, I don't want to order something that's been thrown on the kitchen floor or anything back there. And so I want
Jim
them.
said it's raining there. Been going all day.
Rusty, good evening, sir.
Dude, both of my grandfathers are English. And my dad's dad used to stay with us in the wintertime. This was when I was very young. So when Grandpa Harris would be there, I would be like his shadow. Mom said I hung on to every word Grandpa said. Yeah, it's because I like the way he talked. I love his accent. Taught me how to drink tea properly.
With your
little finger up.
With your little finger
and
up in the air.
If he dribbled any, he used to slurp it off of the saucer.
Lou just
yes,
Lou.
Lou,
Okay.
I did. With your address, yes, I did.
Well, you're more than welcome, June. That's the reason we're here on Tuesday nights, is for those people that might have a question and want to.
City Homestead is asking, is Filmora for Apple or PC?
Both?
Yep. Yes, June, the little finger.
Filmora is not for Linux, but.
Carrie, YouTube sometimes is like, one time it works, another time it doesn't. Now I will tell you, if when you put a response on screen, you're only allowed so many characters, and once you hit even one character over, it won't go anywhere.
Yeah, it just stays
That's
there.
why you see a lot of mine, I have to break them up into 2 different posts.
200 characters, I think.
City Homestead's originally from Michigan. Go Bucks! Oh, wait a minute, that's Ohio, right?
Live in Tennessee now, so you guys are normal for me. Okay.
What part is Tennessee? City Homestead, because Retired and Prepping, who is in here, is also from Tennessee. One of my best friends is in East Tennessee. Get one sentence share. Hey, Tim and Amy's Homestead, how you doing?
You finally made it on.
They were on last night.
Yeah. So.
Anyone have any editing questions, computer questions, surgery questions?
I'm a cut above.
Hey, you're cut above, that's true. Above the belly button.
Yeah, I'd share my incision with y'all, but YouTube would probably delete the video or something.
Yeah. Oh, Carrie was asking a question to our guest last night. That's right. I did see you say something about a lot of rocks. Yeah, Bama Grits, 'tis me. You hear me.
Gary,
When we first moved here, how many rocks did we find in our soil when we were trying to
well, yeah, and
rototill the garden? Good Lord.
And my gardener's got a lot of videos on using rock dust in a garden. So does Growing Your Greens, some of the bigger gardening channels. And I'm going to say that is different than just having the rocks in the garden.
June didn't have rocks, they had boulders. We had a few.
Yeah. Yeah, we had some the size of bowling balls. So it's not the same thing as a rock dust. I'm not sure how to answer your question. I'm not that enlightened on what all the rock dust and trace minerals do.
City Homestead is in Knoxville. Go through Knoxville on our way. I saw signs, but we didn't go that way, did we?
No, we weren't that far away.
Okay. The rocks every size, rocks and more rocks.
Wait a minute, what's that number? 10 bazillion?
10 bazillion.
No dirt. Terry, maybe you could grow petrified plants.
Terry, where are you located that you have so many rocks like that?
In a quarry.
In a quarry? Oh, we need to get what's his name back on here then. Definitely lives in a quarry. So is anyone planning? Well, I know Brenda and Paul and Mark and Jamie are planning coming to the Homesteaders of America in October. Because if I remember what you said, Brenda, that you're driving up to meet Mark and Jamie, and then you're all coming into Virginia together. Awesome City Homestead, Deep South Homestead. We sort of adopted them, and
or they adopted us.
They adopted us both, and we're sort of now known as their bigger brother and sister.
We're the old folks. Somebody's got to keep Danny in line.
Yeah, the first time we met them was at the Appalachian conference, and then in the fall of the next year, in the fall of that year,
Texas Hill Country,
they had a little meetup in Mississippi. Well, I told her we weren't coming, so she was understanding we weren't going to be there. And Brenda, you can back me up on this one because you were in the room when we walked in. We were there the day before the meetup, and we were trying to figure out how are we going to do this so they don't know that we're really there. Well, we walked into Walmart for something, and Daryl found, because it was close enough to Halloween, they had huge, like animal heads. They're both downstairs.
Okay.
Huge heads. Daryl ended up buying a raccoon head and a rabbit head. And we walked in with those on, and nobody knew who we were. And then Danny figured it out. That it has to be Daryl. He's the only one that wears shorts and suspenders. Brenda didn't know who we were. B lady was there. She was so sure she knew who it was. She didn't.
So
she didn't know.
If Brad's still in the room there, the shorts and suspenders. That's a fat boy thing.
Oh, Timmy and Amy, you're going to Virginia also? Awesome.
Okay, Carrie. Yeah, I see you're in Texas. You're in rock country. Your best gardening bet might be growing bags, pots.
She said she used to do straw bale gardening.
Yeah, I don't know enough about straw bale gardening.
Rusty, you got there too late to see us do that year. Good culture. Wanda and Danny have one of those, don't they?
Well, the Yuga culture, I believe, is the burying of wood, of trees you grow on top of. None of those are super fast. It doesn't happen overnight. It takes a few years to develop the area. But
Bama grits, nothing can top the jacuzzi incident. Nothing.
Well, we better keep this family friendly here.
Well, that's why I stopped. If I'm not in bib overalls, I'm using suspenders. Daryl doesn't have any bib overalls.
So, well, folks, it's been a little over an hour. It's been a lot of fun, and it looks like we should maybe continue this for a little while longer here on Tuesday nights. Seems to be some interest.
Yeah, you got questions.
If you do have any questions during the week, if you're working on a video and you got a problem, you can always send me an email. Just send it to familyhomestead@gmail.com, and we'll help out as quickly as we possibly can, either via phone call. We could do a Skype session.
Thank you.
Whatever we would need to do. but we can try helping you out.
City Homestead on Deep South Homestead. Check for their video. It was last year. I think it was April 1st. Watch Dana's video about his dehydrated water. Then once you watch that, come to our channel and look for when we had Deep South Homestead as our guests. That will continue on
With the
dehydrated water.
Yeah, because if Danny can do it, I can do it.
Oh, Lord.
All right, folks. Thank you so much for coming.
Everyone have a fantastic week. Next week, we have Wildflower Valley Farm as our guest, and they're in here in the chat. I also got an email back from Stacy Lynn Harris. She hasn't picked a date, but one Monday in June, we are going to have her.
And if there's anybody that's in here tonight that missed the show last night, go back and watch it, because last night's show,
folks.
These folks have done the YouTube thing's almost a secondary to them. They have
a radio program,
huge interest in gardening, and they kind of started out on Facebook, made some YouTube videos, but their desire was to broadcast over the air. So they actually have a radio program, call-in radio show that they do every week out of Wisconsin. They do public speaking engagements, and they have gotten this to where this is his full-time job. It's a very interesting hour or so of discussion. So go back and take a look at it. It's very interesting. It's certainly a good channel to go subscribe to.
Oh, I fibbed.
You fibbed?
Yeah. Next Monday is Memorial Day. Sorry. Our guest is Rolling Homestead Wild Edibles.
Yes.
Monday the 4th is Wildflower Valley Farm.
So you were just a week off.
I was a week off.
He says, I'm off sometimes.
Yeah. Have to survive around here.
All right.
Folks, have a great week, and we will see you next Monday.
Thanks for coming. See ya.